April 2nd, SprevdTheWord.com. We at the Situation Room. Mr. Spread the Word. We got Meatloaf in the building.
Loaf Muzik.
Loaf Muzik. Talk to us, fellas. Talk to us. Let everybody know who you are. First of all, you are a rap group. Tell them what you're doing before we get into the meat of it.
Loaf Muzik, hip hop collective, representing New York City. It's your boy. Rappers always say that. It's your boy.
Cliche.
It's your boy Also Dope.
It's good, yo. 1/4 of Loaf Muzik, Shadow the Great.
Oh, he put his Barry White on it. He put his Barry White on it. Oh, man. We missing somebody. What happened?
Oh, yeah.
He in the studio, right?
Are you in the studio working, cooking up something?
Yeah, working on his next project.
Okay. Damn, he didn't think we were worth it? What happened? Oh, man.
Bring this bitch down.
Oh, that's right. That's
Hey,
right.
you got the majority of it. Represent. He in the flesh.
All right, so how you get the name Oh So Dope?
Also Dope? Ah, man. Also comes from my last name, my father's last name, the last 3 letters of my father's last name.
Okay.
And at the time that I was becoming an innovative rhymer, I was on some like, yo, what's a word I say a lot? What classifies, like, what grabs my attention? The dope things, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that shit dope, that shit. At the time, it was, you know what I'm saying?
Okay.
So, like, keeping the name until, like, after I matured and things like that just, like, allows me to always, like, think about the times where, like, the innocent innovation at the time that I had.
Okay.
You know, so, like, Also Dope. What was my mindset at the time? So I never forget where, like, I have started and what has made me him who I am now, you know what I'm saying? So that's where the Also Dope comes from.
Damn, he went deep into
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that like wow.
Yeah.
Man, he went, God damn, I gotta ask everybody now. Now explain your name.
Damn.
Oh man.
Nah, pretty much like my name, Shadow the Great.
You can pull it to you. You know, ladies want to hear you, man.
There's no really crazy story and shit how I came
Okay.
up with names. I could have lied and been like, yo, I climbed the Mount Everest. My name was but pretty much like I got the name from my brother. My brother was named Shadow and shit. And I always used to want to be like him, so they used to call me like his little shadow and shit. So I
Okay.
just took that and added like the great. I don't know.
Are you the leader of the group?
I wouldn't say that. I would say
you look like the leader.
Nah.
You know.
I wouldn't say that. We all like leaders in some portion of the group.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, you guys take creative control in certain areas.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
Okay.
Because it's more than music. It's like we do more shit than just music. Like we fucking videos, fucking skate, there's dancers and shit. So.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right, Shine Sinatra. Woo! What a name, boy. What a name.
It's a long ass story.
Oh man, let's hear it. Let's hear it. For those that don't know you.
All right. Well, like before, like you know, when I first started, I used to go by Young Shine. You know,
Okay.
and it was like, I don't know.
Laughing, this is
That
inside
shit is
joke,
funny. Like
like-
I like honestly, I got tired of that shit. I started hating that shit. Like yo, that shit. I don't like it. You know. So
Okay.
I was like, I'm gonna find a new name. But I couldn't think of anything. I'm also a producer, you know. So I
Okay.
was looking for samples, and I came across a Frank Sinatra song, and like I started researching about him. I realized he was a fucking actor, director,
Yeah.
producer. He's mad as shit. He's like mad He was multi-talented.
You didn't know who
basically,
Frank
you know?
Sinatra was?
I didn't. No, before that, I didn't know who he was.
Listen, a lot of people watching this gonna feel kind of insulted, you know.
I mean, but like I respect him like so
Okay.
much now, you know, because like I really like looked into it, and I feel like the whole Sinatra is like it's just being diverse, you know.
Okay.
That's why I like. Yeah, I see it as like paying homage more, you know, than.
I know you get a lot of questions on your name,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
All the time.
yeah, definitely.
And you guys are all from Brooklyn, right?
Yeah,
What part?
Yeah.
What part?
Bushwick.
Bushwick, yeah.
Bushwick, all 3 of you from Bushwick.
Yeah.
Well, all 4 of you?
No,
Gaddafi's from Queens.
yeah.
Okay.
Southside.
So, what? Oh, yeah.
I know y'all not quiet. Come on, man.
You
know, I want to see when y'all gonna pull the panties out of your clothes, your book bags. Y'all came in here with book bags. Tell me some of the craziest stories y'all, you guys did being on tour. I mean, because a lot of people that don't know that they're probably looking at you and thinking, all right, these are just some, local rappers. But let them know that you guys really
Crazy
been out
shit
there.
on tour.
Yeah. Tell them some of the tours you've been on. You can name
Okay.
drop, brag about yourself. It's cool.
I don't even
SprevdTheWord.com.
want to talk about what happened in Texas.
Ooh.
Like I don't even want to talk about it.
Like yeah.
You guys headline or was it just a tour around you guys?
Nah. We
promotional
just
tour?
fucking found like see how many shows we can gather up and shit
Okay.
out there and shit, open mics and
You
whatever.
booked your own shows? No
yeah,
booking
yeah,
agent?
Everything, yeah, everything.
Wow.
And just went out there, just knocked all of them shits out and shit.
That
There
shit
you
was
go.
ill.
Yeah.
How was
They
that
paid you,
experience?
right? They paid you? They paid you? Let's talk about the money first. They paid you, right?
Due to my contract with my manager, I can't talk about that.
How was the experience though? Was it live? Like
It was,
It was like a whole nother experience and shit. Like using like tracks that like we wrote in like my fucking basement and performing them on stages like across America and shit. To
and like
totally different new artists and audiences. Yeah.
It's kind of cool too, cause like
You can pull the mic to you.
cause we were in Austin,
Okay.
and there were a lot of people from Dallas in Austin, and like you would think they're from New York, like they had like the New York style, and they would go up to me like, "Yo, where you from?" "From Brooklyn." Oh, it's like anywhere you go, it's like you're telling you from New York. It's just like crazy.
yeah.
So that was dope as fuck. You know what I mean? Like just to see how much, you know, from like he said, from our basement to our block to like the train to Manhattan to like Texas. You know what I'm saying? It's just like starts so small and people.
And
like,
it's crazy too, because it's
Yeah.
like you said, making these songs like in your crib, in your basement, and you go out there and people fuck with it. Like they
Yeah.
fuck with what you have to say. You know,
Like
that's
they know
like
the lingo
that's
and all
ill.
that. Like, they was like, "What's up, my G?" Like,
Really?
I thought, yeah, like,
I was not
yes.
expecting that.
Me neither. I
So
thought they.
what would be like y'all message and y'all music that y'all trying to send out there though?
It depends, like we're not like really like one of those fucking don't do drugs because drugs are bad. We're not like fuck that. If you're gonna smoke and shit. We're just
Be
like
responsible.
we're not really like we don't have a message. We're pretty much like the voice of like I don't want to say the streets, but like we're like the voice of like the lives that we live. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Hip hop, you know.
It's a good answer, man.
Yeah, man. Anything you do,
Word.
just do. Be responsible. Like I'm not your father. You know what I'm saying? Like, but yeah, anything you do, just be responsible.
I mean, that's a good message to the people that kind of like use hip hop as an excuse, or they use it to, you know, to bash the youth. So they're like, oh, it's because of hip hop. That's why they did what they did.
Hip hop is just a bridge.
Yeah.
The way I see it, I feel like hip hop is like the voice of the streets and shit. So it's like we illustrate what's going on. You know what I mean? Like what we see.
What
And
we
like,
go through. And
If we're
shit.
rapping about like people getting shot and shit, it's like that's what we see. You know?
Okay.
It's like we're not causing it. It's just like, like the news don't show the other side of the story. You know what I mean? They
Exactly.
just show like
Exactly.
they side of the story. So we have to, know what I mean, fill the image up.
It's kind of like your shirts. Nah, the revolution won't be televised. It'll be digital. It's
So-
actual.
So how do you guys feel about like, you know, the Chicago kind of music, the drill music? How do you guys feel about
Man.
that type of music?
Like we saw a lot of Chicago cats out in Texas,
Yeah.
and like they're innovative as fuck. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah, with their
that's-
style, their
yeah,
flow,
the
delivery.
drill music, like
Yeah.
they innovated that. You know
It's
what I'm saying?
different.
Yeah.
It's different in terms of, for my personal taste, in terms of like lyrics and stuff. You know what I mean? Like it's like but like in terms of innovation, like I respect it. You know what I'm saying? Like they really created the sound, and they fuck with our shit too out there. Like you know what I mean? So it's music is music. You know what I mean? So,
I feel like there's like a place and a time for like everything. Like people from New York probably like don't fuck with like the shit from the South, probably because they're not from the South. You know, maybe if they lived in the South, they would see. Like I'm pretty sure like people in like the South not listening like to Mos Def and
Oh,
shit.
yeah.
'Cause, like, now I mean it's too much words. Nah,
I mean,
they just
some
wanna-
are, some, you know, some
Yeah.
not. It all depends
But-
on your taste.
Yeah, to each his own.
Yeah.
Yeah, me personally, I just heard you guys' music today, and I
Yeah,
would
he was
say,
hating.
yeah,
He was
I
hating.
wasn't hating.
He was
I
hating.
wouldn't say hating 'cause
He was
I'm
hating.
kinda not into that genre.
Come on, be
Yeah,
honest.
yeah.
Don't
Like
sugarcoat it.
Kendrick
You was
Lamar's,
hating.
but
Yeah, it's
I
cool.
wasn't hating.
He was
I wasn't
hating.
I
He's
just
like, yo,
said-
you know, I'm not really, you know,
I said
backpack
basically-
rap. You know, I don't know.
Yeah.
Then when he heard it, he was like, yo,
I had to stop. and
yo,
say,
they nice.
I want to know. I want to know what it is behind you guys. Like, what makes y'all upcoming new rappers want to rap like the '90s? Me personally, I love '90s
honestly,
music.
like it was never yo, I'm gonna be a 90s rapper. I rap like the 90s. I'm a 90s baby. You know what I'm saying? That's the term. I learned about 90s rap when I started rapping. Like I didn't like want to be a 90s, you know, whatever that means. I didn't even know the term backpack rap or
boom
conscious.
bap, boom
boom
bap.
bap. I call it hip hop, to be honest.
Yeah.
That was what I was introduced to. You know, listening to Grand Poobah at first. That was hip hop to me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
You see what he just hit you with?
So,
You see what he
me
just
with
hit
the
you
OGs,
with?
That's what I
He
want.
just hit you with a Trump card.
There's a
Oh,
line
yeah.
that I said in the track. I said, we ain't bringing shit back. We just doing it right.
Woo.
You know what I mean? It's like
I guess he answered your question.
I
You know,
feel like
what happened? Yeah, oh, what?
Because
You
you
know?
know, New York, you're not.
Yeah.
You know what you see now? A lot of New York rappers are rapping like they're from Atlanta.
yeah.
You know, I'm a
Well, that's what
producer,
kills it, though. You know.
And I make beats. I hear guys tell me, oh, I want that trap sound. Oh, you want that?
Easy.
Easy.
Like,
That's it. But
147.
what I hear you guys rapping about, it caught me like, yo, man, I was listening to like, I like this.
Thanks,
Like,
man.
you know, you had a video. He wanted to ask you a question about your video. Like, You were walking around with the pizza
Spike
box.
Lee joint.
Yeah. That's exactly.
That's what he want to ask you, the Spike Lee joint. As soon as I saw it, I was waiting for the Love and Hate ring to come out.
Yeah, you pretty much hit the.
Yeah, the
We
pizza.
see
I like your.
Stuyvesant.
Yeah.
Who shot it?
That's exactly where they shot it, on Quincy and Bedford Stuyvesant.
Who shot the
Yeah.
video? You guys shot it
Yeah,
yourself?
we shot Loaf.
Listen, man,
That's dope.
congratulations, man.
That's
The
dope.
coloring, the color grade, like
You got it.
the Spike Lee see it?
You never know.
I mean, listen, Spike, you know, whenever you listen to this or you see this, I mean, they gave a great homage to your work. I mean, they really did it
Appreciate it.
the right way. I mean, I would never think that you shot that yourself.
Yeah, we did.
I mean, no BS. Like, you guys really did a good job of capturing Do the Right Thing. Yo, with the whole sweater, the jersey, the pizza box in your hand.
I went hard, I ain't gonna
I
lie.
was
Like,
like, yo.
I had trouble finding some shorts and some construction shorts.
Who came up with the concept though? Like, did you guys just all collaborate?
I came up with the
Yeah.
concept, and he's just so good at just bringing shit to life in terms of visuals. The song just kind of just brought me to that. I wanted a song that classified and like embodied like how I feel about hip hop. You know what I'm saying? Like, Do the Right Thing. You look at that movie, you think of Brooklyn. You know what I'm saying? Hip hop to me is Brooklyn. So Do the Right Thing, Brooklyn hip hop. And then you have some comics in there, and it's just the concept of like how we look up to artists, how we look up to superheroes. There's no difference. You know what I'm saying? Like, people want to be Lil Wayne for Halloween. They want to be Superman for Halloween. Same
Exactly.
thing. You know what I'm saying? So
Since we're on the
Like
topic
artists
of
and
music videos and stuff like that, how do you guys feel about, music videos nowadays with like girls, and all of that, money just going everywhere?
Like, which ones can you give me?
Yeah.
Like,
Specifically,
I don't know.
man, I'm gonna have to get back to you on
there's a
that.
lot. It's like
Yeah, there's a ton because the reason why I'm asking is because all the music videos nowadays, they just seem so similar.
Yeah.
So none of them really are that much different.
Yeah.
So since we've seen the video that you guys shot, it's kind of like it's a little bit more different than what we see nowadays. So it's like any music video nowadays, like you could see, I don't know, like a
Similarities.
Waka Flocka video or
Yeah.
something ratchet like that.
Well, pretty much like to each his own. Like Waka Flock, he needs that video. He can't be walking on the street with a pizza box and shit.
Well, yeah.
It's like whoa, Waka, what are you doing?
I mean, I believe the thing with you guys is you guys are free,
Yeah.
which makes it a cool thing. Like,
Yeah, on the subject of your videos, I watched the Holy Street Kids.
you gotta talk to the mic, my
Yeah,
man. Don't be
man.
afraid.
I
Talk to the
I
mic.
like how y'all brought that video to life.
Thank
The
that
whole
was a good video.
dancing, the monkey in the background. like,
hip hop.
yeah, man, that's dope. Feel me? Like your name, y'all doing your thing. I appreciate what y'all doing.
Y'all got a new fan. Look at him. You know what I'm saying? If y'all was on stage, you probably throw something up there. I don't know. Y'all better watch out, man.
We just throwing me under the bus now.
You better watch out. Now, you guys are young. How old are you?
Man, I'm 17.
Damn.
19.
Okay.
18.
19?
18.
With that deep voice, you should have said 20. You should have just said, yo, 25.
36.
There you go. There you go. For some, for you guys being so young and accomplishing so much, and you did it all on your own, right?
Yeah.
So look at all these rappers, 20, 25 years old, talking about, listen, I want to get a record deal, I can't get one. What was the decision making? What was the choice that you guys made that made you say, you know what, let's just take it into our own hands and let's go do
The
it?
internet. Pretty much like back in the 90s and shit, like there was no way for artists to do a music video and upload it and have other people see it, or just download, make a mixtape and throw it on the internet. But like me and him, like we was in our fucking basement and shit. And like like we used to do little shits on Facebook and whatnot, and like see like how much it buzzed off and shit. Even with JC, like we've worked with JC like our early years when we really started and shit. And we seen like how much you can do by yourself, and it's like if we can get fans without the middleman, let's just do that shit ourselves.
Right.
Exactly.
Give it straight to the
I
fans.
agree, man.
That's it.
I agree.
And like also another thing is like, why rely on somebody else when you can do it yourself?
That's what SprevdTheWord.com is all about. Trying to tell everybody you don't have to take the standard route to accomplish what you need to accomplish.
It's out there too.
Right.
Exactly. The internet is everything.
Yeah.
The revolution will be digital, will not be televised. You know?
Oh, she better copyright that
Yeah,
shit.
yes, it is copyrighted. It's copyrighted. Now, I'm going to say to you guys this. Tell them, you went from your basement to being in festivals and doing shows. How was that? For somebody else coming up, like what would you explain to them? How would you explain it to them?
Well, like off the bat, performing is my fault. Performing is like my favorite part of like just doing music. You know what I'm saying? There's nothing like giving a performance to like the people. You know what I'm saying? Like it's a whole different it's a whole different like lane. You know what I'm saying? Like you have like a person who makes good music, but go to this show, that's a whole different. It's just different. You know what I'm saying? It's just different. It's all about physical connection. You know what I mean? You always hear this person, they're just like an image, a figment. But when you meet that person, you can actually see their talents. You can actually see what they contribute to, like, what they actually contribute to you, what they actually mean. You know what I'm saying? And so just doing, like, from the basement to doing, like, open mics in St. Mark's and going on festivals, they're all different in a sense of, like, the audience and how much you just always got to remember, like, that you were doing open mics and now you're not. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
So it's all about like, yo, I'm on a festival stage right now. Like this is surreal. Like this stage is way bigger than like the small stage at the open mic.
Right.
So like it's all about just always understanding like that you're working. You know what I'm saying? Like
Anything is possible.
yeah, everything you're there for a reason. Pretty much that's what I'm trying to say.
Right. And performances also, like, a performance can like bring fans. You know, like a person could like your music, but when they see you perform it, that brings like, you know, they just feel totally different about it. Like they love it more.
Preach,
you know?
my brother,
and like,
preach.
Like also is probably the best performer I've ever seen. Like I learned from Oso. Like honestly,
We
like,
coach each other.
you know, it's like him, like seeing him perform made me want to improve my performing. You know, it's like
Now we be killing it.
yeah, we really be killing it now. Like
Yo,
also,
sound
like in Texas, it was really crazy. Like the performances, like you know the people, they loved it. Like they just loved it.
You guys ever have an ego clash? Like
Ego clash?
Yeah, like I'm the lead or I'm.
That's
better.
hip hop.
Yeah.
You guys
Like-
have internal drama.
I think at the end of the day,
It happens. I mean, it's not on some. It's just
Not really.
not
I mean-
not really.
You challenge each other basically.
Yeah,
You challenge each other,
like,
go
think
against
about
each
it.
other in freestyles or rank something.
Yeah,
Oh
time.
yeah,
Yeah,
that's
like-
what I'm saying. It's hip hop. It's not. It's just like just keeping ourselves in check. Just make sure we all at the
Exactly,
same
like,
level. You know what I'm saying?
when you
Like
went,
if I grow, I want them to grow too. So
So what happened with girls? Same thing.
yo, Sean.
Oh, they looked
Wait,
at
wait.
you.
Wait, what happened?
He like, what happened? with the girls, with the ladies, what happened?
I mean,
You know, y'all share those too?
I plead the fifth on that one. Like,
Through the managing and copyrights,
copyrights
we
and
can't speak.
Oh, I like that. I like how y'all use that. I like how y'all use that right there.
Have any females done anything crazy, like while you guys were performing on stage? Like anything, like throwing roses or anything?
Roses.
Not
Yeah.
roses,
Roses.
but you know, like, you know.
Like I like to like jump in a crowd a lot.
yeah.
Just like sidebar, just come to the shows, be ready to catch me. I've been grabbed a few spots by some girls.
Oh man. What about
Yeah.
some guys? They grabbed you too? Oh, he passed it to
wait,
you.
what?
He
What?
passed it to you.
Oh nah. I didn't even hear what you said. Nah, chill.
He passed it to you like, listen,
Chill.
you know.
Nah.
Hell no.
We got
Now-
we got a lot of like response from older women too.
Really?
I South by some girl. Yo,
Let's not even get into it. It was like,
I don't even know what y'all talking about. What happened?
Yeah, I don't blame you.
they wanted
Plead
to
the
kidnap
fifth,
me.
plead the
Just,
fifth.
I was almost kidnapped.
What?
No women.
Was
Wow.
this in Texas? Or was it
Yes,
somewhere else?
Texas.
Oh, Texas.
What's the
Crazy.
best place you guys performed at so far?
Free candy.
Oh yeah, yo, word, free candy.
For Afropunk. Earlier, was it this year or last year? Last year. Last summer. We were fucking we entered this Afropunk contest and shit, and there's like battle of the bands and shit. And
Okay.
what you do is you sign up with your band, and if you win like the voting shit, you go and you battle it out with like the rest of the bands and shit. And we were like the only rappers there, so it was like mad rock bands and shit, and mad like from all over America and shit, from Baltimore and fucking where else? I don't know where else, Minnesota and shit. And
Wow.
we were the only hip hop group and shit, and like fucking, I don't know, but like we from Brooklyn, and it's like if you come into Brooklyn to perform and shit, like you gotta turn up, cause we not gonna let you like take our crown. You know what I mean?
Definitely not.
So it's like, there's a video online. Maybe we can pull it up later and shit. But it was fucking live, like
of you guys performing?
yeah, it
Yeah,
was
my man, check
fucking
that out, my
crazy.
man.
Pull it up right now.
It's on your channel?
nah.
It's not on your
It's not
channel?
on this.
Oh, we got to search for y'all?
It's on Afropunk shit.
It's on the Afro. You can just search that. Loaf Muzik Afro Punk.
Yeah, just type in
Yeah. Shout out to the Afro Candy, Free Candy venue and Afro Punk. You know what I'm saying? They showed a lot of love for us. You know, brought us to a whole different like like lane in terms of just performance. Because like Shadow was saying, we were pretty much the only hip hop like crew going against these rock bands, which I know they were tight. Cause like
Exactly.
you know what I mean. What we did pretty much is brought a band with us and just like, you know, what's the difference? We got a band.
It's no
we got
difference.
a band too. You know, we got a mic. We got lyrics on the beats. You know what I'm saying? So definitely.
I mean, my suggestion to a lot of artists out there, an open mic isn't just an open mic. You're performing. Just
you
to
never
go
know
back
who's in the crowd.
Exactly. Just to go back to the point that you were making. I mean, you go to an open mic. I don't care. The minute somebody gives you a chance to perform, take that chance and really show them what you got. Don't half-ass it and then say, look, you know what? I'm gonna see later on if I get better.
You never know who's watching.
That's your one shot.
Yeah, you never know who's watching. You know, you could half-ass an open mic. Somebody, you know, status could be there, and then like you do like a big show, and they see your name on the flyer, they remember you. Like, yo, nah, he half-assed that last performance. Why should I go to his big? You know what I'm saying? I personally like. I'm a fan of open mics. They're so like intimate. I like small crowds. I feel like in terms of hip hop, like that's like the best responses most of the time, like, cause it's so like, you know what I'm saying, like you can look at people in the eyes and more, and like it's just more intimate. And I think
it's good
like,
to be underestimated because it makes you fight for something.
Right.
And some of these rappers that you know they're successful, they got money. When you see them on stage, they don't care to do anything for the crowd. They come, they get paid, and they leave. They don't do anything.
And that gets me tight, to be honest. I like to see shit.
I ain't gonna mention no names. But you know, a lot of them just, you know, they stand in one place and don't do anything.
And if you think about it too, like if somebody comes to your show and you just half-ass it, what's gonna make them want to come to another one, you know?
Exactly.
But if you put on a show, they're gonna be like, oh shit, I want to go see this nigga again, you know? It's like
our show is like probably like the best part of like our whole thing too. It's like fucking when you come to one of our shows and shit, it's like we prepare for new audiences. Like bring it back to like Afropunk of Texas. Like pretty much no one knew who the fuck we were, you know. Okay. So it's like people in the crowd are quick to fucking what do you call that shit? Yeah, they're quick to fucking talk shit before like they
give you a chance.
They give you a chance. So it's like
underestimated.
We had to break that fucking barrier like off the back and shit with our shows. So like we always go in with that mind state like no one knows who we are. We might get booed, you know, but we never.
But that's what music is about too.
Yeah.
Making your entrance. Yeah. Once you make your entrance, you got your crowd. Your crowd is going to bring more people because you're going to tell them, listen, you got to fuck with them.
Yeah.
Right. I doubt it. You try to throw me under the bus. I doubt
yeah, you doubt it. Don't lie. Nah, don't put your mouth to the mic. Let them hear what you saying. Don't run away from it.
But John, I keep it a buck.
Okay.
I doubt it. Feel me? Because I don't really listen to that kind of music. Because I make my own music at the same time.
He pleading his case to y'all right now. That's what he's doing.
You know.
I'm so sorry.
I listen to Kendrick Lamar. I listen to Chance the Rapper. You know, you guys fit in that category. And it's just y'all young, 17, 18, 19. What like? I listen to EPMD, Eric Sermon, all of that. I'm bringing that kind of vibe back, and that's a good thing. And it's just y'all age. That's what's most hidden. It's like, and then y'all South by Southwest. This dude's that's my age, 25, 26, even 30. Like next year's my year, and still in their crib. You feel me? So seeing y'all doing y'all thing, and then watching y'all videos is like, yo, y'all. Congratulations, y'all doing y'all thing.
Thank you, brother.
Now let me say this for everybody listening to this thing, right? Let's put it into perspective. You might sit here and listen to them. You might hear a little cursing, and you might say, look, they don't know what they're doing. They're a lucky group. It's just a chance. I don't know if you guys want to talk about your situation, but you guys got a real situation going on that most people can't get. You guys care to talk about it?
What do you mean?
Your situation. You guys just got it, you know, good news, right?
Oh.
Yeah, he like, what are you talking about?
No.
You know?
I don't want to talk about
all right, but you know what I mean? For you guys I'm just saying for the people that look at you guys and say that you're young.
Yeah.
You accomplished something.
A lot.
You get what I'm saying? Like, you are businessmen. You did it on your own. Now, how do you select a manager to deal with you?
Oh, pretty much, like our manager, Mr. West, fucking, he's not really like, he's our manager and shit, but at the end of the day, we manage ourselves, you know what I mean? He's pretty much like, cause nowadays it's like fucking, back then it was like your manager, oh, you can't release that till then, oh, I want you to do this, do that. It's like we go up to him like, yo, Wes, check it. I got this video I shot yesterday and shit. How do you feel about it? Oh, how do you feel about it? You know what I mean? Like, he asks us, like, what's our opinion and shit. He just stands by, like, whatever we do and just make sure we're organized with it and shit. So it's like
a great supporter.
Yeah, he's pretty much like that. So we're in charge of, like, what we do.
Okay.
Yeah, he's not no, like, sus, like, random adult. Like, he's the homie, you know what I mean? He respects us as individuals. He can play the role of, like get to work businessman and also, like, yo, we trying to chill Friday? So.
Oh, you guys, he went on tour with you guys?
Yeah.
Okay.
He basically, you know, he gives us like creative freedom. We just do, you know, our music.
Yeah.
And we just like, yo, what do you think? He gives us his honest opinion.
He handles all like the boring business paperwork and shit.
Yeah, you don't seem like any of that would bore you though.
Nah.
It bores you?
Hell yeah.
Talking about numbers?
Hell yeah.
Your
Well,
money? Your money?
My money, nah. But like signing like a fucking signing shit. I hate that.
No.
Not to sound ignorant or anything.
No. I mean, it happens, but
Yeah.
you got to pay attention to it though.
True.
Yeah.
So, what project are you guys working on now? New release? What's going on?
Pretty much, we have later this year we're gonna be dropping like a whole group project and shit. But right now we're just focusing on like releasing like our visuals, like videos and shit. He has a couple of videos, Sean. Has a couple
Tell
of
them
videos
about it.
coming out.
You know, they're gonna be seeing this.
Oh
Tell
yeah,
them.
well, like I got a project that I'm currently working on. No title, no release date. You know, I'm just working on it at the moment, and like we shot maybe 2 videos off of it so far, and like we're gonna shoot.
What are the
like,
names? What are the names?
I mean, I don't know what order I'm gonna release them in, you know, but like basically one of them is called True Pain. The other one is called My Style with me and also True Pain is with me and Shadow.
Okay.
Like extra, you know, just different. Like I have 4 singles off of the tape, and like each one is gonna have its own like it's. I guess you could say each video is like its own movie, you know. Like the video, it fits the song so well. Each song.
Who's
you know?
shooting it? You guys are shooting it.
Yeah, we all shooting ourselves, low films.
It's gonna be ill. Like, it's gonna be ill. I promise.
Hold on, you guys got what? You guys got a record label, a film company, production company. What don't you have?
What don't we have?
Strip clubs, fucking cocaine castles.
All right, so when y'all go on tour, right? Do you guys they let y'all into strip clubs?
I've been to one strip club. I'm only 19. I've been to one strip
That's all right.
club. It's pretty weird though. Like
It's Loaf Muzik.
Like-
You gonna let us in?
strip clubs isn't what I thought. It's like it is what it is. It's like I don't know. Probably like the ones in New York and shit is pretty sus, but like I haven't really been to one like down south or anything.
Oh man, you don't know what
He
you
likes to
missing.
like put mad like quarters and nickels in socks and go to strip clubs. Just like whip it around at bitches and shit. You know, so.
I mean, but you guys are doing pretty good for yourself, right? I mean, as far as numbers are concerned, you guys are doing pretty good. I mean, well enough to not. This is your job, correct?
Yeah.
That's your day job. So what's next for Loaf Muzik? What's next?
More music, more videos,
Shows.
more music, more videos, more shows. Just keep on doing what we're doing now, but get more professional with it. Know what I mean, just get better with our craft and shit. Better with our visuals, better with our music, better with our productions, and know what I mean, there's not really like no goal like on some I wanna get famous and be on the BET Awards and shit. Like fuck that. Know what I mean? Fuck that. We don't really care about like the Grammys or anything.
Listen,
like,
BT, but they don't mind.
Yeah, we don't mind. We don't mind. We don't mind.
Let's get that straight. You know, they're not turning down the offer.
Yeah, but check it though. Like with shit like that, like we don't really set goals. We just do wherever it takes us and shit. You know, cause like we came to realize like when you set goals and shit, and like when you like put something on a pedestal, when we get there, it's like not really as big as we really thought it was gonna be.
Okay.
You know, like we're entertaining at the end of the day. You know, so we just do it really for the people and shit.
I mean, I appreciate your drive, your ambition, and everything that you guys are doing. I mean, it just goes back into everything that we're trying to build here with Spread the Word. I mean, you guys just are the living testament to what we're trying to say here. I hope everybody could do the same thing you guys are doing. Because, I mean...
They could. Everyone can do it.
Yes.
Yeah.
I mean, you don't really need to sign a record deal today.
You don't at all.
I mean, you got, like you said, you got the internet now. Like, why would you pay them when you could do it yourself?
Right.
Book your own show, do your own thing.
Yeah, like I said before, with a label, you're putting your fate in somebody else's hands. You know, you can do that shit yourself. Like, if you fail, that's on you because you probably didn't go as hard as you should have went. You know,
Exactly.
It's more work, but at the end of the day, if you're not working for what you got, then
you want to appreciate it at the end.
It's all about
Like,
what you want too, like preference. Like I'm not saying you don't get signed by labels. You know what I'm saying? Like people have different ambitions. People have different goals in terms of music. You know what I'm saying? People see music as a business. People see as music as just. I know a lot of rappers who are nice and don't even like. They're not like rappers. They just like to record songs and they're just fucking nice. You know, so
Well, that
you know
too.
what I mean? So it doesn't really. It's all about what you want. Like if you want to go get your record label, go ahead. If you don't, go ahead. You know what I'm saying?
Now
So-
let me ask you the
do it
dreadful
together.
radio question.
Oh shit.
Who do you guys like right now? That's out. Besides yourself,
In
you
the
can't
main-
you
in the
can't use
mainstream
yourself.
or, like
Period.
major industry.
Period.
Honestly,
I don't care if you say, yo, I like Chewbacca from the second floor to live under me. Man. He's nice.
Nah, like
He's nice.
honestly,
you know, like, whatever you
like
wanna
right
do.
now in the major industry, I'm like a huge Kendrick fan and a huge
Okay.
J. Cole fan. Like those two are like the two artists that if they release something, I'ma click it. You know, and that's just it.
Just,
Check-
I
check
don't really
Just
Like-
because I like their music and shit.
like O2 Cameron. Like
Oh, he took it back.
like we don't listen to like I don't know. I don't listen to like the new shit. It's just
Okay.
like I listen to. I feel like music is like everlasting and shit. Like I fuck with like I would be bumping like Mos Def's like first album and shit. Then tomorrow like I would hear like a fucking what the fuck was we listening to earlier today?
We was listening to
What's we bumping?
the fuck.
We was bumping some Marvin Gaye shit like earlier today,
Oh,
and
yeah,
we
that's
were
a
just
classic.
yeah, and we were just like, yo, like people in the fucking 70s and 80s and 60s and shit, like
Like,
they were
they
really
made
making
music.
What?
like,
Yes.
it's like
You can
what?
still listen to their music today and it sounds the
Yeah.
same way.
Beautiful.
So when I hear rap today, some of these artists, I ain't gonna mention no names,
Name some names.
but you know, when you listen to them, it's like, okay, if I listen to this 2 months from now, am I gonna feel the same way?
Yeah.
People get tired of the new music way too quickly.
Yeah, we need
Yeah.
timeless
It's not.
music.
Yeah, it's
I mean, I
not-
brought that up because they call your generation of music microwave music.
Yeah, I was just gonna say that shit too.
Yeah.
Like, I feel like it is in a way because like people aren't as like putting as much time into their craft as they did back then and shit. But there's still like some jewels, like some key people and shit. Like fucking
Loaf music
yeah. I was listening to fucking what's that Pharrell shit the other day.
and loaf music.
The Pharrell too.
That song he did.
That whole album.
Yeah, it's like that shit. Like that shit isn't gonna die. It's like that's music, you know. Like that shit's not
Oh,
gonna.
Happy?
Yeah.
Oh, don't get her excited.
Like,
Don't get her excited.
Yeah.
You know, don't get her
Girl
excited.
album, it was pretty good. It was dope.
That girl album make you want to do a little family reunion.
Yeah, barbecue. Uncle Junior on the grill with the ribs.
Drunk as hell.
Now, would you say it's the artistry or is it the consumer that title or that acronym comes from?
Microwave
music.
music?
Yeah.
The consumer, and it's just like basic economics. The it's law of demand. The consumer like buys more. There's a higher demand. Artists see that it's working for other people, so they try to.
I don't know.
I think so. Like it's all. I mean, you make music for the people, and
But
people
I
just
mean,
get caught up in
I
like.
disagree. I would say it's the artist though.
It is.
But the artist gets that way because of the consumer, in my opinion. You know what I'm saying?
But I mean, you sound like the record labels,
that sound like
like the corporation. The corporation will say, "Listen, you know the fans want it, so you have to do it." That's
I
not
mean-
always the case.
I feel like the fans want whatever the artist put out.
Exactly.
You know, it's like
You can control that.
you're the artist and they're the fan at the end of the day. Like no matter what you do, they're still gonna fuck with your music because they're just a fan.
Exactly.
You know? And then
I guess what I was trying to say is that the artist is just afraid to put that change in. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
To be the first one to do it. You know what I'm
and
saying?
also money kills culture.
Yes.
And anyway, like from what I'm seeing and shit, like I talk to these dudes about this shit all the time. It's like the music that's on the radio now and shit, like it's South influenced. You know what I mean? Like back in the 90s, it was like New York influenced hip hop.
Yeah, and it was a message in the
Yeah.
music.
And I feel like the industry, like they would fucking, I don't want to get too deep in it, but like they would
You
fucking
can get deep as you want to get. We're free to say whatever we want to say.
pause.
Listen, I'm a grown man, all right? I'm a grown man.
I'm fucking with you. But yeah, I feel like fucking, like the industry scene, like they see that the South, like fucking, there's money in that type of music and shit. So all of these artists are gonna go, all right, cool. I don't want to get dropped from my label. Let me fucking
Yeah.
produce as many tracks as I could that sound like this as
Yeah.
possible. So, and then people get afraid to do anything different because they feel if they do different, then the
They
fucking
stand out too much.
yeah, they stand out and no one's gonna fuck with them.
Yeah,
Oh no, I understood you. I'm just,
Yeah.
there's a lot of artists out there that they're so scared to take a chance.
Yeah.
They'll say, you know what, I gotta do a club track because everybody's into club music right now.
That's okay. Like I said, it's all about what you going for. You know, I'm not telling you not to make a club track because it's popping. If you're into that type of mind state, that type of artist, and you wanna, you could go for it.
I would say just make it true.
Yeah.
You look at Tupac and Biggie. They made great, rest in peace. They had great, even ODB. They had great concept albums.
Yeah, like
meaning the entire album led up to something. I haven't bought an album in, I can't even tell you how many years. Like you buy an album, they got that one hit single. That's it.
First track.
That's it.
Last album I bought was 50 Cent, Get Rich or Die Trying.
Yeah, me too.
That shit was worth the money too.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Well, yes.
Get Rich or Die Trying was the shit.
I didn't buy it, I got it, but I ain't buy it. I ain't bootleg it. I got it, but I didn't buy it.
Era of bootleg, so
Well, yeah.
And mixtapes.
Yeah.
Yo, like, son, I remember being younger than I am now.
I'm about to say, you still young.
It's not but like, you know what I mean, a little younger.
How do you handle school?
Oh man,
That's a good question. I didn't even think about that.
I was hoping they asked me that.
I was thinking.
Nah, how do I handle school? You just
Be
gotta
careful what you say. People listening.
Nah, I encourage everybody to just do good in school. As cliche as that sounds, it's just like knowledge. Like you can't deny knowledge. You should always no matter what it is, knowledge yourself, build your wisdom. Because
you graduated?
I'm graduating. Yeah.
Oh, you graduated. So how do you do that and go on tour?
I just do it. You know what I'm saying? I don't have the recipe or the secret.
So you still attend high school, you go to school?
Yeah, I do.
How do you not go to school?
Yeah, and go to tour.
Oh, pretty much my school's cool with me. You know what I'm saying? They
know you're famous.
They know I work hard. Yeah.
There you go.
So I just be like, yo, I'm going to Texas. Oh, you going to South by, right? Yeah. So
how's your grades? How are your grades?
My grades are good. They can be disappointing just from a personal perspective, but teachers are understanding of that. So alternative assignments, anything I got to do to get that grade, I got to do it. Same thing with music.
What high school you go to? You don't want to put that out there?
I go to
gotta let them chase you, man.
School of the Unknown Arts.
There we go.
That's where I go. I say that a lot in my rap, so
okay.
You'll know. Yeah, so shout outs to the school though. Small school.
Now, do you guys care about image or no? Is that something
image?
on your
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah.
That's a big
it's
part
important.
of music in general. You can't I don't know.
Yo, basically the whole concept of the Billy Batson video. We're superheroes. We're comic book characters. Artists are comic book characters. Know what I mean? Fucking, you saw Spider-Man had changed his outfit mad times in the movie. He had a one design at first, but he didn't like it. Now all superheroes come up with have different drafts of their outfit. You know what I'm saying? Just to get that look. Yeah. And it's all about the look changes your persona. You wake up in the morning and depending on what you put on, it reflects your day. If you got your new sneakers on that you bought yesterday, you rocking them to school, you feel like the shit. You know what I mean? If you rocking some boots, it starts raining, and you step in mud, you feel like shit.
Man,
so it's all
really into philosophy.
So image,
man.
yeah.
I feel the whole style shit with clothing and shit is a big part of hip hop in general too, cause it's you know what I mean, fucking who are you listening to in the 90s and shit? Just to say. Everybody and fuck. You fuck with
that was the era.
Yeah,
there was so much different styles.
When
remember
you watch the music videos and shit, you was yo, I need to get that big ass Carhartt coat with them boots.
Yeah.
When
Cross Colors was it? When Cross Colors was out,
the FUBU jersey,
jeans, damaged jeans. You can see how old I am.
Yeah, exactly.
You seen them on TV from the music videos. So
FUBU jerseys, those that
the FUBU 05,
the 05
it was always baby blue.
Yeah,
always baby blue.
You wanted those because your superheroes was wearing them. I mean, the artist was wearing them.
I mean, we were into during my time. We were into polo, even though Ralph Lauren had a problem. Because I don't know if you guys remember, they had a group running around Low Lives. So I mean, it was it was cool to wear low. I mean, they had great clothing. Not to say they don't have it now, but they had signature clothing that was good. The teddy bear.
Can I ask you a question?
Sure.
I ask this to everybody, every black man that I meet.
Sure, shoot.
All right, cool. What was your perfect? You're familiar with the Beef and Bronx, right?
The Beef and Bronx?
Bronx, the Timbs, the Beef and Bronx.
Yes, yeah.
What was your perfect Beef and Bronx outfit? The year was 2002. What will be the jeans? What will be the shirt? What will be the fitted?
Levi's,
Well, what color Levi's?
dark blue.
Alright.
Dark blue and a gray polo knitted.
Gray
Gray polo knitted with the teddy bear on it.
with the beef and Brox?
Yeah.
Gray polo with the.
Yeah.
Alright, what color fitted?
No fitted.
No fitted?
I had a flat top. No
In
fitted.
2002?
Nah, not. I'm talking about before that. You asked me in the 90s during my
Nah,
era.
I said 2002.
Oh, damn. See, I took it back, man.
You're showing your age.
I'm showing my
You was
age,
wearing
right?
beef and Brox in the
Yeah,
90s.
man. I took it back, man. Oh, damn. So I don't remember wearing them in 2002, man. That's you guys. You
What
gotta
about you? I know you got the outfit.
I wasn't wearing I would say it wasn't beef and broccolis.
What was it?
It was just regular constructs with a Dickies outfit.
With the Dickies on?
That was 2002.
Damn, I feel out of place, man.
Huh?
Did you cuff the Dickies?
Cuff the Dickies.
Oh, you keep the crease in the middle, right?
But that was the little, that was the trend.
I respect it.
I was.
Did you have a trucker hat too?
Oh, yeah, I had the truck. Remember?
Oh, damn.
Oh, you got the graffiti on the truck.
I used to do graffiti like that, man. Everybody used to come.
All right, Nikki, what were you wearing?
And with the, I'm not gonna lie, I had a pair of beef and broccolis.
Beef and
I can't
broccolis.
even lie about those. Actually, I wore them. I remember this outfit. I had like an all denim outfit. It was the light wash
See,
denim.
denim.
Yeah, I didn't have a hat on or anything.
No
What
hat.
color? What color denim?
It was light wash, like it was very like
Like a
faded.
stone wash?
Yeah, like a nice stone wash.
With the beef
denim.
and rocks?
Yeah.
I respect
I respect it. Was it like a overalls? Like
Yeah, it was definitely the overall.
Did you keep like one down?
Nah, I had both.
What
of
y'all
them.
know
I was
about
young.
that?
I was really young. I was really young.
I'm waiting to see when they're gonna bring that back, or if they're gonna do the LL
Overall,
thing.
We
Yeah.
could bring it back. Overalls are in right now.
Yeah, they are.
Overalls are definitely.
Everything's
in
in right now.
What they gonna do? They gonna do the LL, roll one leg up.
I still have, actually.
Yeah?
But he was some old head. He probably just got it.
Oh, that's what you call us, old heads. That's what we call old heads.
Oh, nah, like.
Y'all asked me about beef and Brox. I'm like, all right, I'm gonna take you back to when they first came out. Y'all like, nah, 2002, man. Like, what are you talking about? Wow. So, what advice would you give to any aspiring artists right now?
Keep it true to you.
Yeah. Do what you want to do. Don't try to sound like anybody else. Do the music you want to make, basically.
Hold on, let me say, all evening, man, you've been real quiet. With a name like Sean Sinatra.
I'm gonna be real honest. I don't even talk a lot. I just chill. Like, honestly.
So what you do? You just look at them when you on stage and that's it.
No, on stage I'm a different person. I wild out on
Alright,
stage.
So how you get them? You just look at them.
Like the crowd?
Nah, the girls. You just got the gaze.
They just come.
Yo, Nikki, he looking at you. I mean, you got the gaze.
Wait, what?
Wait.
Nikki. Oh, he like, huh? Wait.
The gays.
Oh, the gays.
Yeah, the gaze.
Eyeball
He
gays.
was like the gays.
I just honestly, I just be chilling. Like, honestly, like people be like, "Yo, why you so quiet?" I'm like, I'm just chilling. Like, just
Literally, he be
yeah.
like he be chilling, like you. Hello, yo, Sean, what you doing? Chilling.
So then,
All
since he's
day.
the chill one, who's the troublemaker, or is it all of you?
We all find
Yo,
trouble finds us.
Yeah.
yeah, trouble finds us.
Trouble finds you,
Yes.
or you find trouble.
Trouble finds us.
It's both. You know how it
Black
is.
man in America.
Yeah.
Black man America.
Now, did anybody ever judge you based on your image, on the image of the group? Did they ever tell you like you guys need to change? Because I mean, you guys aren't wearing like
Oh yeah.
Gucci and Louis Vuitton. I mean, you guys are taking it back to when hip hop was fun for me.
Yeah. With that shit, like all the time, like fucking people try to tell us like, yo, this is what you need to do. You got to do this. Like people like that feel like they're in like a higher position than us, like someone like a radio host or fucking someone who owns a venue and shit. They would tell us what they need to do. But I'm gonna tell you what I tell them. You can't tell me what I need to do with my life and my career because it ain't Ralph though.
There
It
you
ain't.
go.
You know, like everyone has their own lane. You feel
Exactly.
me? Like so.
Most times that like people would like hate, quote unquote, is because something is trendy. Trends, like, you know what I'm saying, like they come and go. So it's like if you're not currently in the, you know what I mean, it's gonna change. So by the time you catch up to the trend, it's like they're on to the next thing. So it's just stay true to you. And like I've also realized that not being like relevant in terms of like you were saying like the clothes and shit, people like eventually catch on to like the difference. Like, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like people eventually like, oh, maybe I should like tie my jeans with the laces. Remember those? Like,
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Maybe so people eventually, like, they won't tell you, but they'll do it because everyone likes to stand out. Everyone likes to be different. But at the same time, people care more about like fitting in more than,
So
you know.
with y'all style of rap, what legendary rap group would y'all consider yourself to be, like, you know, under, like, trying to not trying to be like, but, you know, you feel like you have that style of them, like De La Soul.
I let people decide, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't really strive to.
Like, people think that like we go for like 90s hip hop. It's not even. We just do music, you know.
Yeah.
It's just like we just do ourselves and shit. Like, this is like, I feel like, I don't want to say this is real music, but it's like, this is like, I feel like we're like the example of when rappers rap how they want to rap.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Cause like I done been in the studio with like other rappers and shit before, and it's like they would spit bars, and I'm like, yo, but why aren't like what you do like that? And I mean, what you put out? And it's like, oh, cause that's not what sells, and it's like money kills culture, you know?
Yeah.
But a lot of rappers, they'll talk about things they don't have. I find that very funny.
Yeah.
Like, you'll talk about clothes you don't own, a gun you never shot,
Yeah.
a robbery you never witnessed.
Drugs.
All
With
fictional.
that,
Like,
I can defend that case. Like, for
Okay.
some people, they overdo it, but like with that, it's like bringing back what I said before, how we're like the voice of the streets and shit. Like, even though like I may have not killed someone, like, or shot someone, my brother probably has done it. And when
your
I
brother, he shot-
no, I'm
shot
not saying
somebody?
that. This is for example. You know what
Wow.
I mean? I'm just saying for example, like my
Yeah,
brother
knock
may
at the
have
door,
done
you
that.
know you know who they for.
And it's like I'm making that track for like that homie. All right, put it this way: locked up by Akon and shit. We don't know. Akon probably never been in jail for. I don't know, but
yeah, he has.
all right, cool. But if he wasn't and he
Okay.
still made that track, like there's someone that just came from Rikers and shit, and they like, yo, I can fucking relate to that track and
Exactly.
shit. That shit is hard. He probably didn't go through that, but I went through that, and that song means something to me.
I don't
you
mind.
know?
I don't mind you depicting something,
Yeah.
but then straight out just lying and trying to make that your image.
Yeah.
Oh,
Like,
Come on,
if
don't
every
throw
song,
stones in a glass house.
if you talking about that in every song, like that's you
Yeah.
trying to make that your image,
Yeah.
then yeah, you know.
You're a
But
fucking
That's what I'm
liar.
talking about.
Yeah.
Can I ask,
'Cause
have y'all heard Jay-Z go back at Drake?
Yeah.
On
We don't care about that.
You know, but I want to say,
I
like, how do
heard
you,
it.
like, you don't care about it.
They
but-
say they don't care
We
about
don't
it.
care about that.
They don't
Just
care about
go-
Jay-Z and Drake right now.
All right, but can I get this question?
I mean, you can get the question, but they don't care about it.
Nah, it's still something I need to be. That
It's
that I
irrelevant.
need
Loaf
to-
Music. Loaf Music.
If
Yeah, Loaf
see how
Music.
Drake- all right.
All right, let him finish. Let him finish.
They want to hear it now. Okay.
All right. See how you guys don't. You guys.
Loaf
listen to Drake?
Music. Go ahead.
You guys listen to Drake, right?
Yeah.
So exactly what you just said. You don't like how rappers will rap about shooting this and doing that. They never did it. But how do you guys feel about Drake doing that? Being that, you know, people know that wasn't his life. You know?
I don't know Drake, and I don't think people know Drake's life. You know what I'm saying? Like, so he could have killed. Like, I don't know. I
But
mean,
I'm saying,
he probably like fucking.
I had never heard Drake on some. I'ma kill you, nigga.
I'm trying to wait for him to tell me where that came from.
you never heard. All right, the whole situation with Jay-Z.
Hold on,
and
break
Drake,
it down because I can't hear
This is
you.
what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Drake would rap about exactly what they said. You know, they rap about what they've been through, and there's rappers out there now that's in the mainstream that may have never.
Okay,
been through
Drake number one
that. Is not me.
was
though,
an
I know.
actor first.
Yeah. So this
He's
is what I'm
acting.
saying. This is
You can't blame him for what he's doing.
This is what y'all doing.
I mean,
right?
that
He's
isn't
playing a
necessary-
role,
That does. I mean, yeah, true, exactly. He's
Doing
he's
it.
playing a role.
That's why it's relevant.
but he's playing a
I'm asking
role.
Yeah.
When you
musicians.
write as an artist, you're playing a role. I don't care what
Mm.
song you're talking about. You're playing a role.
Exactly.
Whether you're in it or you're not in the
portraying
story,
somebody else, yeah.
you're
Yeah.
it. That's a
But
role.
why put it in your like? This is what they're saying. Why
What do you
put it
mean?
in
Why
your
put it? It's
music?
like what he said. If
if
I
they're
live in the
not
hood and they
doing it?
shooting up, I'm gonna put it in my music. That's what I see. Leave Drake alone,
We
man.
don't know if he has homies who's thugged out. Know
That's
what I
what
mean?
I'm saying. Leave Drake alone, man.
Exactly. That's another thing too.
Leave Drake
You know,
alone.
Yeah.
like that's what you just
Leave
said.
Drake alone, damn it.
What you just said though, like that's another thing too that can affect an artist's music. Like maybe you haven't gone through that, but you know people and like you're
Exactly.
surrounded by
Yeah.
that, you know. So you're obviously gonna talk about your surroundings and things that you see.
You know,
So,
Jay Z talk about shit he never did either. So, man,
You know.
we don't care about
Everyone
that.
Look at his face. Look at his face. He like, yo, that's the king. Don't talk about the king. Don't talk about the king.
Jay-Z fan, you know that, and you know.
All right, so let me ask you, is Jay-Z the king to you? Because I know you're a Jay-Z fan. And don't be afraid. I want you to talk to
King of
Yeah, we gonna go there.
King of hip hop.
Don't stutter on it.
Nah,
The
king
king
of New
period
York or king of hip
hip
hop.
hop.
Hip hop.
Yeah.
In my opinion, in my very strong opinion,
Like I'm looking at him smiling.
seeing his
Yeah.
growth
Yeah.
as far as from Reasonable Doubt to
Uh-huh.
Magna Carta.
Yeah.
He's doing his thing. He's
You
king.
can't say.
Come on,
Yeah.
come on, Loaf, help me out here. Help me out here.
Alright.
Why is he the king of hip hop to you?
All right. Beyond
Beyond you being a fan.
No.
Like hip hop
Story,
music,
the
like
story,
the
the
whole
story.
hip hop, like
Yeah.
B-boy
Yeah,
graffiti.
yeah, as the king. They say he's
Like
the
there's
king.
honestly, I feel there's no king. Like there's kings within
that's
it,
it.
but there's no king.
Kings
You know,
in different
like
lanes. That's another thing. You gotta say it's kings in different lanes because not everybody raps the same or about the same things.
I'll put it to you like this: lyrically, great. If you're telling me about greatness,
I said
something
story,
totally different.
You know,
But as far as being a king, I mean, who wants that crown?
everybody want that crown.
For what though? Like it doesn't
'Cause
even
somebody-
exist. That crown don't
It's
exist.
hip hop.
Okay, look at it
It's
like this.
music.
I
You
put it.
gotta-
To,
you
I
gotta
put it to
come
you
out
like
there
this,
hard.
right? Let me use Loaf. They'll say Jay-Z wrote a song, an album that was great. Loaf Muzik will put out a material that is great,
Mhm.
but because they don't have that level on that platform, it's
Yeah,
like
they
Jay-Z's
want-
greater than this other guy. I'm not taking away from nothing he did because his
Yeah.
music is great. If you ask me about the great ones, Eminem, Jay-Z, why? Because I can pull away from them, Tupac, Biggie. There's something for everybody in his music. Like he says things that a lot of people just don't
Yeah.
get.
Go
Great.
ahead.
But to say he's the king of all, there's too many people out there for him to
Too
get
many
that
people.
distinction. I mean,
Right.
he did a lot of things. He's great. You can say he's the great one
But I said
at
as
the
a
moment,
story,
but
as far as
the
the
king,
story
though?
developing from him starting out, that's a good story. You feel me? That's a king.
his
that's
story's a great
king
story.
role.
They got a great story.
Yeah, I didn't say they're very humble.
So they're
young men.
kings
They're
too.
doing their
So
thing.
they're kings
We're
too.
all
They're all
kings.
right. They're
So
coming
they're
up,
kings
gonna
too.
be kings,
So they're
yeah.
kings too.
They're young kings. They
They're
gonna come up.
they're young kings. Why they just can't be kings? You trying to call them prince? They're a prince now?
Nah, they
We're gonna
coming
go to
up.
commercial
They're
break.
gonna do what they do.
I want to work here with you guys. I can
Yeah.
do this shit all day.
Yeah.
They do. Y'all- Like I'm not taking nothing.
He's
I
the
be
hater.
on fence.
He's the hater.
Oh, man.
It's all right. Go ahead, man.
I see what he's saying though. It's like
I'm looking.
he's from the bigger picture and shit. From like the time, like what Jay's like everything he has accomplished
agree.
and shit.
That's
That
a
he's
king
like a
move.
king.
you gotta
But
respect
the reason
that.
why I wouldn't
Yeah, I
say
do.
like he's the king, it probably to you he's the king, but like
Don't say it like
rappers in New York don't wake up and go, "All hail Jay-Z, the king of hip hop."
I don't do that.
Because like there's some people like I'm from Brooklyn, you know what I mean? Jay-Z's from Brooklyn, but it's like I fuck with like Mos Def, you know what I mean? Like I don't even like.
They
I
don't know
fuck
how
with-
good he is though.
Yeah,
Mos Def
nah,
is-
they know.
No,
but
they
it's-
got some people that really don't know.
Yeah,
Google 'em.
there's a lot of people who would say Jay-Z's the king that hasn't even heard Reasonable Doubt. They probably just heard Magna Carta.
Are you
know
familiar
what I
with
mean?
Pharoah Monch?
Yeah, of course.
Come on, see.
Of course.
You know who Pharoah Monch
Yes,
is?
I know.
See, they got. Do you know who Pharoah Monch is? Wow. See, this is what I'm talking about. See that?
It says get the fuck up. No, it says
That's the
something.
lad all the
You know what I mean? They
That's like it, 'cause most like people know that.
Dun, dun,
Never
dun,
heard
dun.
that.
Look,
It's all lies.
look, she's on the spot now. Look.
So serious. I'm not
Google him. You're like,
never.
like
Google it.
shout out to Fred.
It's
I
like-
mean, the
yeah.
MC. You know, the MC, like the nature of the MC. Period. I mean, if you grab that mic, just be good, man.
You gotta know what
They
to
got
do.
artists that I don't listen to because I feel like they're gonna just kill my brain cells. I'm gonna be dumb by the time
I
I'm
took
done
a
with
break
the
from
record.
music. I took
Huh?
a break from music. A lot of listen, man.
It's because like the shit you're listening to.
Yeah.
Don't listen to what the mainstream is pushing you because there's way more music out there than what's on the radio.
Do you
The-
feel like it's who you know?
No, it's not. It's what you're exposed to, you know?
It's what you allow yourself to be exposed to. Like, don't just like sit in the center of the circle. Like, walk around it, see who's looking at you. You know what I'm saying?
Like, see who the artists that you listen to are influenced by, then like you
Yeah.
find yourself like I'm listening like every day I come across like new music that's old as shit, you know? It's like music is forever and shit. Like I said, I was listening to like fucking Mos Def's first album for like the first time and shit. And like yeah, and people are like, "You just heard that?" And I'm like, "Yeah, this shit is new as shit to me right
Timeless
now."
music always comes
Yeah.
around, surface backs up. But again, you know what I mean? Like, recently I've been listening to a lot of like Ella Fitzgerald and shit, and like
Oh
like
boy.
it's really inspiring because of like what she was doing sonically. You know
Yeah.
what I'm saying? So like a lot of rap sounds like that. Like even it, like there's people in like Germany, people overseas that don't even understand English, and that's what music sounds like to them. The way like Ella Fitzgerald was, You know what I mean?
The
But it sound, you know, exactly. So that's inspiring. That, you know, that I took a little bit from that and just keep it in my
You know
mental.
what's crazy? You know, in London, like, there was, like, this whole, like, fucking hip-hop shit, too, like, in France and shit, like.
Oh, yeah. They had their own hip-hop called Grime, I think.
Nah, I'm talking about before that. Like, they had, like, their own 90s legends, and you know how we got Jay-Z's and shit, and Biggie's? Like, they got Jay-Z. They got London Jay-Z's.
Oh, yeah.
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 It's crazy.
Now, before we wrap it up, you know, tell them where they can find your music, where they can find you guys.
Google, LOAFMUZIK.
Loafmuzik.com. Everything's there.
Yeah.
Let them know you guys sell apparel also.
Follow us on Instagram, too. @shadow_loaf.
Follow me at Oso Your Dope, OSOYOURDOPE.
Go.
Follow me at Shine X Sinatra.
And follow Kid Af, who's not here right now.
Right.
At Kid Af.
Shout out to him.
Shout out to
We gonna
Dad.
play this video?
Go ahead, play the
Just
video.
sitting there. I think I have to skip it for the performance. This shit.
When are we gonna get all of you guys together, man?
Whenever you need us.
Yeah.
All right, we're definitely gonna have you guys come back down. We outroing on the video. SprevdTheWord.com, April 2nd, the Situation Room. It's always a situation, and we here with Loaf Muzik.
Yeah.
This is how we do what we do. Check them out.